What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Paste Studio here on this soggy Monday morning in New York City. We are broadcasting to you live from the Manhattan Center on 34th Street, as always. And we are joined right now by Brooklyn's own Maitri. What's going on, guys?
Hey.
Welcome to Paste. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, braving like the worst day of the 21st century out there. So these guys, you got a new record. Well, the debut album came out late last year. It's called Afterglow. And there's some new music afoot as well. So we're going to hear a couple songs from Afterglow today and a new one, too. So let's start it off with some music. Tell me a little bit about what we're starting off with today.
We're going to play a song called Reminder, and this is on Afterglow as well. And we wrote it sort of about living in New York. So it's just on sort of days like this.
Yeah.
You'll hear that.
All right.
I am away
Guys, thank you. So tell me about this record, Afterglow. It's the debut full length for you guys. There was an EP from a few years back called From Within that I was listening to, and it seemed like on the new one, which isn't so new anymore, but these are the songs. You know, this sound on this record seemed a little bit more electronic, a little bit, I don't know, skronkier, a little bit more aggressive. Were you guys like trying to sort of evolve the soul sound that you had started off with for this one?
Yeah, definitely. The original EP From Within is actually Caroline's the only person here who was part of that band. She was the founder of Maitri, and then has grown into this other thing. But we both come from this very soul and R&B influenced background, and I think we were definitely trying to do something different, or I think a lot of the influences just around in New York kind of pushed us in that direction too, just like the more experimental vibe and just like the grunginess of the city, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. And so, like, you know, tell me, like, you know, there are obviously a lot of influences and sounds kind of baked in here. And there's a jammy kind of sound as well. You know, you guys sort of go off on excursions. Is that all part of the blueprint when you guys sort of are creating songs? Like, how does it work? You start with some kernel of an idea and build it from there? Are there things written down? Is there a lot of improv? How does it all come together?
Yeah, I think a lot of the songwriting process for me comes from improvising. So I'll just sit down and, because I'm coming from a jazz background, an improvised music background, so I'm really into that kind of textural and timbral sounds that can almost define a song. And so for me, sometimes the kernel of an idea or the seed of an idea comes from those, again, the timbral and textural properties of sound and how that can like lead into a song. So usually for me, the lyrics are coming last, which is not that common for a lot of songwriters. I think song lyrics are first and foremost early for some people, but not me. So.
And what might that kernel be for you guys? Like a melody line, sort of like a riff or a rhythm? Do you tend to start with sort of like, you know, a similar kind of plan for each one, or they all kind of happen differently?
Yeah, I think they all kind of happen differently, but for me, speaking personally, it's melodic or bass driven. So there's something, or there's a rhythm. So yeah, it's one of the three: melodic, bass, or rhythm. That starts at one for me. But for you,
For me, I think a lot of it has to do with rhythm as well.
Yeah.
And just like a groove that seems infectious, that inspires like a melody to come over it, or certain words. But we play a lot of like polyrhythmic stuff, and I think we like to find the cool grooves that we can lock in. We don't improvise in a traditional sense like a jam band where we have like open solo sections necessarily, but I think we all kind of improvise within our parts a lot, and then there's certain sections that we maybe don't plan going in from the writing process to be as open as they are, but I think they kind of lend themselves to kind of just stretching out, and we'll just experiment with them a little bit.
Yeah, cool. So we're going to hear a couple more from Maitri. I think one from Afterglow and a brand new one as well. Tell me a little bit about this next one.
This one's called Oral Fixation. Actually, we had a special guest sing this on our record. His name is Denmark Bessie. He's a dope MC and producer. He's on my shirt, actually.
Ah, it's perfect. So he's here with the band.
That's right.
Is he going to sing?
No, he's not. I'm going to sing today. I wrote the song. But yeah, it kind of just came to me. A lot of my songs, lyrically speaking, I feel like come from more of an abstract place. But this one was kind of a little bit more obvious. I don't know. You can make up your mind for yourself.
All right.
What you think about it, but.
What it is, you need that oral fixation. Make no sense of living down. Break the habit, feed your fiction. Doesn't matter where you come from. They'll there'll be no decision. Rise and shine, let's have a cup. Sit around and have another. If it wasn't for this, there'd be no need to bother. There'd be something to discover. Suck it in and pass it down. By the guys another round. Chew it up, then spit it out. And don't forget to brush your teeth.
Guys, thank you. Yeah, so we were talking a little bit about lyrical content. I was biting my nails all through that song. It just had this weird effect on me. So, you know, I mean, I've spent a lot of time listening to the music because there's so much there. But I am interested in, like, you know, where the ideas kind of fuse together musically and lyrically. And one thing I read about you guys is that you are, I think this is a self-applied description, the soundtrack for the inevitable ushering in of the New World Order.
Yeah, I came up with that one.
Yeah. I mean, I've got to ask because, you know, I'm always curious. I'm asking people about, like, what the future holds. So tell me about the New World Order and tell me what it'll sound like.
Yeah, I guess the idea of that came to me. I think it was something Sam said after one of our gigs. He was like, man. It was like certain sections of songs. He was like, it kind of just makes me feel like the ground's giving out from under my feet, and like there's all this like chaos and destruction. And I don't know. I see that happening in the world with a lot of the institutions that we have, and that would be, I guess, the old world order. And the idea of the New World Order actually came to me through a religion that I was raised in, and I still keep dear to my heart, called the Baha'i Faith. And they talk about how the old world order is going to crumble down in the New World Order. I can't talk, honestly. Yeah. Order. It's a pretty simple word. It's going to come in, and that's really, everything kind of has to crumble before we kind of team up and really connect and start working together.
Right, and that seems to be happening now. The crumbling.
Yeah. The crumbling.
The crumbling is at our present. And so, in terms of, like, you know, writing the songs, I mean, is that something that filters into your lyrical ideas? You know, are you sort of pulling ideas from outside, from philosophical sources, from the world, as you put these together?
Yeah, absolutely. I think.
Yeah, I think we both write from very personal places, though, and like the music that we write isn't necessarily trying to be anything when we're writing it. Just what we're hearing, and is what is influencing us, and it can be coming from anywhere.
Yeah, but more specifically, I feel like, well, because this last one was kind of dealing with these, like, things that you can be fixated on, you know, or addicted to. And this next song that we're going to play was written about the specific event that happened in the Pulse nightclub a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And so I was just so grief-stricken from that event, and that song just totally came out all at once. And all the lyrics have to do with that event, and all of the musical ideas that came out of that event structured the entire song. So yes, for me, there are certain songs that just come out of my feelings. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it, because it was just so, just like a place where people are supposed to go and have a good time, and then this horrible thing happens, and especially to the gay community, which is feeling so much pride. And I just feel like that part of our culture, which is providing all that pride and notoriety to homosexuals, is something I feel really proud about, and to have that happen during this age is just not acceptable. So I wrote that song.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. So this song, I believe, is called Orlando. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a new song, not on Afterglow.
This is a new song. Yep.
Cool. We're excited to hear it.
Thanks. Why does the wind blow when we need it to be still? Why does the rain fall when we need it to be dry? Why does the hate come when we need it to be love? Fall in your heart's desire. Trade in your mind that why does the fear breed when we need it to be brave? Push, pull, wind up, set, go, develop. Push, pull, wind up, set, go, develop. Why does the land break when we need it to be strong? Why does the land break when we need it to be strong?
Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us, guys.
That was a new song called Orlando. This is Maitri, Brooklyn's own. The debut record is called Afterglow. Everyone go pick that up and check it out. It's an amazing cacophony of sounds. All very well organized, though. There is a website, of course, maitrimusic.com, where you can hear more music, learn about the band. There are a few tour dates sprinkled into May, coming down the line, I believe, up the East Coast, rather. Yeah, so you can go there and check those out soon. Yeah, check out Afterglow. It's a great record. Guys, Maitri, thank you so much for coming to Paste, playing in our studio for us today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, man, come back and play for us again anytime, all right?
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys.